Yes, someone tell me which are the separated energies of Krishna?
Mataji, earth, water, fire,
Yes,
air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego.
yes, thank you very much. So these are the 8 separated energies of Krishna. And yesterday we saw that chart where Krishna has said, I am the light in the sun and moon, I am the taste in water, I am the ability in man. So see, so many things Krishna has said, I'm this, I'm that. So any one can get easily attracted to his separated energy, just like we materialistic people, they get very attracted when they see someone's car, when they see someone's big house. So that is why Krishna is telling us all this. So some way or the other, whenever we see these opulences, immediately our mind will go to Krishna. Okay, so now we'll go ahead. Okay, now Krishna has told us in this verse 7.14 that how we are bound, okay, by his energy, by the 3 gunas. Guna means a rope. And now how can we get liberated from him? And then he's saying that everyone doesn't come to me. He has told us so much about himself. But there are some people who still do not come to me. They do not surrender to me. So first he is going to tell us which are the 4 kind of men who don't surrender to me. And then he'll go and explain which are the 4 men who surrender to me. So Maharani Kunti in the Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, she is a devotee of Krishna. She wants to see Krishna. So she has said in a prayer, Maya Javanika Chandam, means the curtain of Maya is covering us. And so Krishna, we cannot know you. See, so knowing Krishna is a privilege. And the more you go towards Krishna, the more privileged you become. Nowadays they have this now. If you're a frequent flyer with Air India or Indigo or any of the airlines, they say, okay, you are our privileged customer and you get these perks, something like that. Everywhere you go, even in banks, they have this premier banking. So they, the more you associate with them, maybe in the bank by having a huge bank balance or frequently flying from one city to another, you get privilege. But Krishna is saying, if you come to me, you will really be privileged in your existence and you will really get whatever you want, And Krishna is the one, who will, when we go to him, he will really tell us who we are, or as we go to him, we realize ourselves better. Otherwise, the whole world, if you see now, will be telling what you are not or what you don't have in you. And just going ahead and telling you that Srila Prabhupada, when he went to US, he just had 40 rupees with him. But just see, he did everything for Krishna. And later Srila Prabhupada became so famous, not only in India, all over the world. Okay, so this is a privilege. Okay, being Krishna's devotee means Krishna is all fame. We studied the 6 opulences. So similarly, when you are connected to him, you receive all the 6 opulences. So this is how knowing Krishna is a privilege, and we must go towards Krishna. But now there are some miscreants who some people who do not go to Krishna. So here he has used the words dushkritino. So Krutin is the one who is pious. Dushkritin is the one who is impious. So I will read this verse and then explain. No mam dushkruti no mudha prapadyante naradhama mayaya parutnyana asuram bhavam ashritaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among the mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion and who partake of the earth-based nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Now we'll see about these miscreants in detail. Okay. Now see, there are so many miscreants. The first one we'll study Naradhama. Who is a Naradhama? He is the lowest of mankind. You all know the story of Jagai and Madai. So he is like that. He is doing all vikarma. He is not following the religion, and he feels that there is no need to follow. I know everything. I can enjoy separately. I can enjoy without Krishna. So that is why he is known as Naradhama. He does not believe in God. So just tell me, how many lakh species of living beings are there on this earth? Anyone?
8,40,000.
lakh. 84 lakh species.
Yes, 84 lakh species. Out of the 84 lakh species, how many are humans?
4 lakh.
Yes, only 4 lakhs are humans. Out of the 4 lakh of humans, how many are Aryans? Okay, first can you tell me who is a Aryan? Anyone?
Civilized human.
Yes, and where has this a word come, Aryan, in Bhagavad Gita? Anyone? Can you tell? Think. Okay, I'll tell you, it's come in word 2.2, in which now Arjuna has said he doesn't want to fight. So when Krishna starts speaking, he asks Arjuna, why are you behaving in an un-Aryan way? Un-Aryan means you are not doing your duty. You know, it's an Aryan is a one who follows the religion, who has moral values. Okay, so out of the 4 lakh humans, only there are a few Aryans. Okay, so Prabhupada says that one who follows the principles, religious, moral, as well as political, that person is an Aryan. Okay, so this is lowest among the mankind, or Naradhama. Then let's come to Asuri, Bhavam Ashrita. So how can anyone define a demon? Tell me, who is a demon?
Who hates Krishna?
Okay, who hates Krishna?
Who thinks he's the master of all?
Who is?
Who thinks he is only the master of everything?
Yes. So, a demon is a person who wants to enjoy the kingdom of God without God. Okay. So, this is a demon. He wants everything, but he doesn't want God. So, now we have seen Asurim Bhav. So, this, I'll give you an example. Ravan. Okay, so he was a demon, but yet he was a scholar. Okay, he was a learned scholar. He knew the Vedas. He was a Brahmin. Okay, and there also they followed Varnashram, but it was Asuri Varnashram, and he wanted everything for himself. Okay, everything he wanted, the whole the devatas also to be under him. Okay, so he had this envious nature towards God. Envious nature. He never wanted to serve God. He wanted everyone else to serve him. So whenever you have this nature, envy in your mind, okay, now this is a demonic nature. You want to enjoy everything, but you don't want to serve anyone. You want others to serve him. So if you have this kind of a mentality, a demonic mentality, you will never surrender to the Supreme Lord. Okay, knowledge that is stolen by illusory energy. So it is Mayaya Parut Jnana. So it is like Maya has kidnapped all the knowledge that the person has. So this person will never surrender. Okay, so this person whose knowledge is stolen. So you see many big doctors or scientists, they are doing research and they're so well educated, but actually they feel what they feel, that this everything, all that this world is running because of science. Krishna is not there, and actually that is why the real knowledge, which they are very intelligent, they can read, they can understand also this particular subject of self-realization, but that real knowledge, the knowledge of the self, is kind of just taken away from them, because they think that they are the scientists and they do not believe in all this. So though they do have that intelligence to understand, but then that is taken away. Okay, now mudhas. So here, who is a mudha? They have shown the in the slide the donkey. If you remember, he is carrying a lot of weight. Okay, so this donkey is compared to a person who is very much attached to the fruitive result. Like you can say he's in mode of passion. So he's working full day to earn money. He wants more. He's never satisfied with whatever he has. So he's working hard to get a fruit which is temporary. So eventually this, whatever he is doing, is not going to give him satisfaction. But being too much attracted to the fruits, he has no time for Krishna. So this ass, who is carrying a lot of weight, just to eat one morsel of grass, he is doing work full day and night. He doesn't know that if he goes, just walks 1 kilometer, there is a nice hill or there is a farm where he can get free grass. So this mudha is compared to a fruitive worker. See here. working day and night. So there's no time for Krishna. This is Naradhama. You know, they don't believe in God. They do not believe in religion. They will do all vikarma. Whatever is mentioned in the Vedas, exactly opposite their behavior will be. And this is Ravana. See, this kind of meditation and all this which the demons have done for so many thousands of years, you know, for what they have done this to ask the Lord that I never want to be killed, or I want to be immortal. Okay, so they also want to be like God, but they don't want to serve God. They want to make God their servant. So when you have this kind of a nature in your mind, I want to be enjoyer, that time for these people, God, Krishna will never give them any knowledge by the way which they can realize Krishna, or Krishna will never manifest before them. Okay, now Krishna is going to speak that which people, which devotees come to him. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukrutino Arjuna arto jidnyasurartharti jnani sa bharatara shabha. O best among Bharatas, Arjuna, 4 kinds of pious men render devotional service to me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the intelligent, and he who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. Okay, so here they have shown the 4 kinds of men. So now I think you all have studied this slide in your 18 days Bhagavad Gita. So maybe you can answer this question. Now, who are these? Who is Gajendra? Is he distressed? Is he in knowledge? Or is he desirous of wealth? Artharthi? Who is he? Artharthi, Jnani, or Jidnyasu? Can someone tell me?
He was Arth Mataji.
Yes, Artha. He is in distress, and because he is in distress, he is praying. Okay. Now, what about Draupadi?
She was also Arth. She was also Arth.
Yes, yes. Now, what about this is Vyasdev and his wife. Vyasdev was narrating Bhagavatam to his wife, and that time she was pregnant with Shukadev Goswami. So the baby in the womb heard the entire story and thought, oh my God, it is so dangerous to live in this material world. There are so many things you get attached to and you forget Krishna. So better I will not come out of my mother's womb. So who is Shukadev Goswami? Tell me.
Vedavyasa's son.
Who is Shukadev Goswami? Is he Artha? Is he Artha? Is he Arthi, desirous of money, Jidnyasu, or Jnani?
Jnani.
Jnani.
Yes,
Jnani.
correct. Correct. Now, this is a scene where Parikshit Maharaj has come to Shukadev Goswami, and Shukadev Goswami is narrating Srimad Bhagavatam. So, what is Parikshit Maharaj? Which 4 amongst the 4 categories? Who do you think he is?
Knowledge.
Yes, he's a Jnani. Okay. He is not Jidnyasu. He is a Jnani because he asked questions about Krishna to him. He knew that he was dying, and he didn't ask any other question. He asked, what is the duty of a dying man? So this shows that he was in knowledge. Okay. Now Dhruva Maharaj, tell me.
He
Jignasu.
was desirous
Desire
for
Jignasu.
the kingdom.
Jidnyasu, I heard someone. Any others? Please speak.
He was earthy. He
Yes,
started
he
his
was
devotion
desirous for
some
the kingdom.
Yes, I think my co-host, can you mute there's some background noise coming.
No, he was desirous Mataji.
Okay, so Dhruva Maharaj, he is desirous of wealth. So do you know the story of Dhruva Maharaj? All of you?
No, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
You don't know? Okay. So I will tell you the story of Dhruva Maharaj. So Dhruva Maharaj was
Yes,
a small boy,
Mataji.
okay, of 5 years. And his father was a king. He was called Uttanpad. He had 2 queens. One was Suruchi and one was Suniti. So this king liked the queen Suruchi very much. Suruchi had a son by the name of Uttam, and Suruchi's son was Uttam and Suniti's son was Dhruva. And because he didn't like Suniti, he told her that you don't stay in my palace, go and stay somewhere else out of the kingdom. So she went out of the kingdom, and she was staying in a small house with her son. And her son used to go, Dhruva Maharaj used to go and play in the kingdom every day. So one such day, he was playing in the palace, and his father was sitting on the throne. And immediately the 5-year-old boy thought that I also should go and sit, I should sit on my father's lap. Sometimes small children, you know, they like to sit on their father's lap, mother's lap. So he ran and he sat on his father's lap. That time, Suruchi saw that Dhruva is sitting on the king's lap. So she got angry. She came and she just threw him down. She said, how can you sit on the king's lap? How can you dream of sitting on the throne? If anyone has to sit on this throne, he has to take birth through my womb. Only then he can sit on this throne. And the poor boy felt very insulted. He started crying, and he was a Kshatriya. His blood started boiling. And even before he could reach home from the palace, some of the men, some of the kings, the servants, they went and told his mother, Dhruva's mother Suniti, what all had happened. She also felt very sad. So when Dhruva came home, Dhruva was crying. So she consoled him and she said, see, there is only one person who can grant your wish. I cannot help you in any way because the king doesn't like me. But there is one person who can help you. So he asked, who is that person? So she said, Krishna can help you. So where can I meet Krishna? So she said that you have to go in the forest and you have to pray for him. Immediately, before she could say anything else, he just turned and he went out of the house and started walking towards the forest. On the way, he met Narad Muni, and Narad Muni asked him, where are you going? He saw this 5-year boy is walking towards a jungle. Who are you? Where are you going? So he said that Dhruva, and I am the king's son, and I am going to Krishna to pray. So why are you praying? So he told all what had happened. So he said, see, forest is not a place for any 5-year-old boy to go. There's so many wild animals. You may get killed. You may not get food to eat. So you go home to your mother, and this is not a good sign that a 5-year boy is getting so angry. But he said, no, I am going, even if you tell me no, I'm going. And he was very determined. So seeing his determination, Narad Muni gave Dhruva the mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And he told him how he has to pray and explained to him everything. And he went to the forest. And he went to the forest and he prayed to Krishna. And Krishna, who was situated in his heart as Paramatma with 4 hands. So he, after 6 months of penance, Dhruva Maharaj saw Krishna face to face, okay, in the 4-legged form, in the 4-handed form. He saw Krishna, and then Krishna said, okay, I will grant you, what do you want? So see, he has gone with Sakam Bhakti. Sakam means I want something. But when he saw Krishna, he realized, oh, he could not speak anything and he did not want anything. So Krishna realized what this little boy wants. So he said, okay, I will give you a kingdom which is even bigger than your great-grandfather. His great-grandfather was Brahma. So even bigger than that, I will give you a kingdom. And whenever Krishna gives a kingdom, it is whatever, anything that fruit you get from Krishna is eternal. So he gave him a kingdom, Dhruva Loka, and he said that when in this material universe, when the entire material universe will get annihilated, your planet will not get annihilated. So he gave him this eternal kingdom and said that you can rule. And then it is written in the purport that Dhruva's mother, Suniti, was Krishna conscious. During those 6 months, she was also praying home to Krishna for the safety of her child. And she, when Dhruva Maharaj initially came to her crying, she never told that, okay, now they have done like this, we will take revenge. Okay, that Suruchi is there, she's a bad woman. She never spoke ill about anyone, but she put him on the right path. And then that is why when Dhruva completed his life, from Vaikuntha, plane was sent. And when he ascended that plane, and the first question he asked, then the Vishnu Parshads who were there, where is my mother? I want my mother also to come with me. So they showed him, they just pointed a finger and showed him, just see, there is another plane over there. And can you see your mom? She is also sitting in the plane. So when he saw, he was very happy. So today is Mother's Day. So I just want to tell you all that you all must inculcate Krishna consciousness in your child from a very young age. Not only the child is benefited, but even the parents who make the child Krishna conscious are benefited. So Suruchi was the ideal mother. Okay, now this story, you know, Prabhu Ramachandra and Sugriv. So who was Sugriv?
Ravana's brother.
Who was Sugriv?
Ravana's brother.
No, I am not asking whose brother. I want to know whether he was distressed, desirous of wealth, or he was a jnani or jidnyasu. Who was he? Yes, speak.
Distress, Mataji.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, so he wanted his kingdom back. So he was desirous of wealth. Okay, so here can you see this is the forest of Naimisharanya, and in Naimisharanya, Suta Goswami is narrating Srimad Bhagavatam to so many of these sages. So who are these sages? Are they Jnani, Jidnyasu, Artha, or Arthi? Who are they?
Jidnyasu.
Yes, correct. Jidnyasu, they all wanted to know the 10 subjects which were discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. So now I told you all these 4 devotees, the distressed, those in knowledge, or those who are curious. So all these 4 devotees, you can say they are not pure devotees. Okay, the pure devotee doesn't even want knowledge. They just want to serve Krishna. Anyabhilasham, anyabhilasha shunyam. No abhilasha, no desire for anything, only to serve Krishna. So you see those gopis in Vrindavan, or the friends of childhood friends of Krishna, were they in knowledge? No, they were not in knowledge. Did they read big books? No, but they just served Krishna. So that is pure devotional service. Okay, so now we'll see this. Pious people. Okay, who are pious people? They adhere to the regulative principles of scriptures. They follow moral social laws. They are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. So these are all the pious people. They are very much follow the religion and the regulative principles. So these are the 4 kinds of devotees: Artha, distressed; Artharthi, seeker of wealth; Jidnyasu, inquisitive; Jnani, one who desires knowledge of absolute truth. Now this particular thing, Jnani, see, Jnan and Karma, both are allowed in Bhakti only if they are aiding Bhakti. Okay, if they are not aiding Bhakti, then it kind of becomes an impediment. I'll give you an example of this impediment. Now, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, you know that Dronacharya had to be killed. So Krishna, and he was a big warrior. So Krishna told Yudhishthir Maharaj that you please go and tell Drona that your son Ashwathama is killed. So that time Yudhishthir Maharaj said, oh, how can I tell a lie? If I tell a lie, what will be the reaction of that sinful activity? So immediately that knowledge, okay, came to him immediately. And then for a split of a second, he did not want to do that. So this jnana, which is an impediment to bhakti, must be not there in us, or that kind of knowledge is of no use to us. So we must be very careful that we must gain knowledge, but only that knowledge should assist our devotion and should help in our devotional service to Krishna. Okay, so now I told you 4 categories of pious people. Okay, are they pure devotees? No, because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange of devotional service. So what is pure devotional service? Means render transcendental loving service and without desire for anything, just for the pleasure of Krishna, you are serving him. That is pure devotional service. And I told you, all the Vrindavan Vasis were in pure devotional service. They did not read the Vedas, they had not opened any books, but they were serving Krishna with love. What is the destiny of Sukhruthinas? In due course, they associate with pure devotees and get purified. So this is the destiny of Sukhruthinas. Okay, at what stage do Sukhruthinas become pure devotees? See, so Sukhruthinas also, they have got some desire in their mind. So when they are free from all material desires, when they fully understand that material remuneration has nothing to do with spiritual improvement, that is the time they become pure devotees. See, already Sukhruthinas means they have a foundation. They are pious people. They are following the rules and laws, but still some material desires are there. But when their desire get purified, they become pure devotees. What is the hope for miscreants in regarding to devotional service? For them, devotional service is very difficult because their lives are selfish, irregular, without spiritual goals. Is there any hope anytime if by chance they come in contact with a pure devotee, they also become pure devotees? Now, can you tell me an example of this? Yes? Why are you not answering? Okay, just, okay, my co-host. Okay, Sakyat Prabhuji. Your voice is cracking. Your voice is cracking. I cannot hear. Co-host Chaitali Mataji, Deepa Mataji, can you hear?
No, Mataji, Sakit Prabhu's voice is not here.
Okay, can you write in the chat, Prabhuji? Okay. So, one answer I've got, Hanumanji.
Srila
for him-
Prabhupada.
Huh?
Srila Prabhupada.
I
He's the
cannot
pure
hear.
devotee.
Be louder.
Srila Prabhupada. He's
Srila Prabhupada. No, I'm asking about this. For there have been some examples in the Shastras whose lives are very... Come again?
Shabri.
Okay, Shabri. No, but Shabri was taking the name of Lord Ram right from the beginning. Her life was not selfish, irregular. It was not like that. Okay, you all know the story of Valmiki.
No, Mataji.
You know the story? So how he was? Is he fitting in this square? How was his life? Was he selfish?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yes, initially he was.
Yes, irregular, no spiritual goals. but he met Narad Muni, and Narad Muni told him to take the name of Ram. And when he realized that no one is going to take the reaction of my sinful activity, none of his family members are going to share his sin. So that time he realized that, okay, so I have to take the name of Ram. And when Narad Muni left, he didn't even remember what he said, Rama, Rama. He didn't remember. He took the name opposite, Rama, 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 Ra, and then that eventually, while saying, it became Ram, Ram, Ram. Okay, so this Valmiki is an example of a person, because by chance he came in contact with a pure devotee. And also, do you remember the story of Haridas Thakur and the prostitute
Yes, Mataji.
in your 18 days class? So there is a chance, if you come in contact with a pure devotee, they also become pure devotees. And Srila Prabhupada, where he went to USA and he made the hippies into happies. So how was their life? It was like this. They were selfish, no spiritual goals. They were drinking, smoking, having illicit relationships. So it was like a total, they were living in darkness and ignorance. Okay. So because they came in contact with Srila Prabhupada, a pure devotee, they also became purified. Now, who is the best of all the devotees? Okay, so Krishna is now telling us which devotee he likes. Okay, now one who is in full knowledge. He likes one who is in full knowledge. Why? Because the one who is distressed. Now, when that distress is taken away, he may forget Krishna. He may forget. Mostly, like most of the men, whenever they are in a difficulty, they go to the temple. Otherwise, they do not go. Then the desirer of wealth. Now, when he gets the wealth, again, he may not go to Krishna. The inquisitive. Once they realize, once their curiosity is answered, they know, okay, who is Krishna? Oh, okay. What are they doing in the temple? How are these devotees leading their life? They were inquisitive. Now, their curiosity is answered. They don't go to Krishna. But the one who is in knowledge, he will never leave Krishna. Why? Because he knows what is his position and he knows about the material world, and therefore he wants to be free of all the material desires. He wants to engage in pure devotional service, and the Lord is very dear to him, and he is also dear to the Lord. And when one is in pure knowledge of the transcendence of the Supreme Lord, material contamination cannot touch him. So this is what Krishna says, that he likes the one who is in knowledge. Uh, 7.18 now. Udara sarva evaite jnani tvam maiva me matam astita sahi yuktatma mamevanuttama gatim. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. Okay, so one has to come to this platform of knowledge, and then Krishna considers that person just to be like him. See, who is this? Anyone can tell me? Who is this? Make a guess.
Valmiki.
Vyas Muni.
Yes.
He has written all the Puranas, and he Krishna has said, na, amongst all the Munis and Vyas in chapter 10. So the same thing he's saying here again in a different way. Okay, now those who are in knowledge, yes, Krishna likes those who are in knowledge, but is knowledge a goal in itself? So Krishna says, no, a person who is situated in knowledge has to come to the platform of loving devotional service, that is bhakti. And this happens after many, many years. So devotional service is very rare. We need two things. We need either the mercy of a pure devotee, or we need the mercy of Krishna. Only then we can get this loving devotional service of Krishna. So this, I will just read 7.19. Bahunam jan manamante jnana vanma prapadyate vasudeva sarvam iti saha mahatma durlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders to me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. So remember that just having knowledge is not enough. You have to act in the knowledge. And what is the activity in knowledge? That is loving devotional service to Krishna. So bhakti or devotional service is very rare. A realization of one fully in knowledge. What does this mean? That in the beginning, what do? We try to give up so many things. Okay, this is like, in the beginning we say, I don't want to watch TV, I don't want to go to a restaurant, I don't want to go to this party, I don't want to talk to people who are not Krishna conscious. So we give up, try to give up. It's like impersonalism. So, in impersonalism, there is, people say God is energy, God is light, or God is sound, vibration, and so many things they say. But in that particular aspect, impersonalism, there is, no relationship, there's no bliss. That Satchidananda, that Anand or the bliss factor is completely missing. Just like when we try to give up attachment, I don't want to watch TV, I don't want to eat outside, I don't want to talk to devotees, all this we say. So in that particular sense, we all, lead our life like, okay, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Do you think by saying this, we lead a very happy life? Tell me. I told you, so there can be so many don'ts. I just gave you 2 or 3. So do you think anyone will be happy by behaving like this?
No, Mataji.
No. So what do we learn in Krishna consciousness? As we advance, that spiritual life is full of activities. Okay, it's not I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. No, you can say, okay, I don't want to watch TV, but I want to watch all the see, now you are attending the Bhagavad Gita class, you are seeing all the slides, so you can say so many things I want to do. Okay, I don't want to eat in a restaurant, but you can always say I want to eat prasadam. You can always say, you can say, I don't want to talk to non-KC people. You can say, okay, the non-KC people also, I will bring them to Krishna. I will speak to them about Krishna. Okay, or I will have many friends, and I will have all devotee friends. Okay, so this is advanced thinking, that we dovetail all our don'ts into do's, but for Krishna. Okay, and if you don't know, there's so many activities in spiritual life. You just go and find out, go to the ISKCON temple which is near you and find out. There's so many activities which you can do. So realization of one fully in knowledge. So he will know that spiritual life is full of activities which are eternal, blissful, and it is not just impersonalism. Impersonalism means there is no fun, there is no relationship. Okay, it means that way. So material world is a perverted reflection of spiritual activities. He will come to this realization. He understands the Lord as the cause of all causes and realizes a universal vision of Vasudev, sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, and this vision precipitates full surrender to Krishna as the highest goal. See, this is the Brahmabhut sthar, or the Brahmabhut platform, wherein each living entity you see Krishna. So it's, you are seeing the universal vision of Vasudev. Okay, and then that person who is on the Brahmabhut platform will behave with everyone as if he is his friend, and that way this will now, this, when he sees this, then the next step is surrender to Krishna, and he realizes the dependence on the Supreme Lord's mercy. Okay, now Krishna will tell us. See, Krishna has so much knowledge. We saw 4 people who do not surrender to Krishna, but still there are more people. He tells us 2 more now, that those who do not surrender to him, and there are 3 more which are explained in chapter 9. So totally Krishna has said there are 9 people who do not surrender to me. Now those, he has said that there are some people who have no knowledge. So what do these people do? They surrender to demigods, or they are impersonalists. What do they feel? That Krishna is not a person. So they get attracted to the impersonal theory of to the impersonal theory, and they do not surrender to Krishna. Okay, so now the people whose mind is full of material desires, full. So what will they do? They will worship the demigods. They will worship the demigods, and Krishna has said that I make their faith steady, and that way grant their wish. So actually, whenever they are praying to the demigods, it's Krishna only who is sanctioning, but they are taking the indirect path. So here, those whose intelligence has been stolen by desire surrender unto demigods and follow particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own nature. So according to their nature, someone is very attached to a wealth, and he wants his business to just prosper. So he will go to Lakshmi Mata. So maybe he's in the mode of passion, he's behind wealth. So depending on your nature, on the in the mode that you are in, you follow different demigod worship. And see, this is the stage, you know, when most of them just leave Bhagavad Gita because they cannot digest this demigod worship. So Krishna is saying, I am in everyone's heart as the super soul, and as soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. So at least, you know, people are accepting in this that there is some controller above me. At least it's better than not accepting anyone and thinking, saying that there is no God and everything can be explained by science. No, at least they are trying to accept someone who is the supreme controller. Okay. Now here Krishna has said that men of small intelligence worship the demigod. See, he has used alpa buddhi. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods. Their fruits are limited, temporary, and those who worship demigods go to the planets of demigods. But my devotee ultimately reach my supreme planet. So, you know, Krishna said men of small intelligence. So why do people go to demigods? See, it's just like this. Now they're supposing small boy, he's coming home from school and he sees a shop. In the shop there are many sweets, and he asks the shopkeeper, give me some sweets. Immediately the shopkeeper will give him. The shopkeeper is only looking at the money. Now, if supposing this boy asks his mother that give me some money, I want to buy sweets. So maybe the mother will say, no, I won't give you the sweets now. You have an exam. After the exam, I'll give you sweets. So you wait for a month more, or you have got some dentist problem, you have a toothache. We'll first address that problem, then I will give you sweets. But this boy, because of the strong desire in his mind, is not ready to wait. So Krishna is like that, is like the mother, and the boy who is going to the shopkeeper to ask for the sweet. The shopkeeper is interested in his business, but the mother is interested in the welfare of the child. So sometimes when we ask Krishna for something, we may not get it immediately, but remember, the plan of Krishna is perfect. He can never go wrong. So you must always pray to Krishna. Krishna, even if you have a desire, go to Krishna and say, Krishna, your wish is supreme. I want this, but your wish is supreme. Only if it's beneficial to me, please grant me this. So make sure you understand that your position is subordinate. Okay, so demigod worshippers, they lack knowledge about Krishna. What do they think? That Krishna is equal to demigod. They don't know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. They feel that that even without worshipping Krishna, they can go to his planet. So they have a different kind of mentality. They are attracted to the Karmakand section of the Vedas. They want to enjoy. They do have many material desires, and their mind is not purified. So see, they feel that Krishna is the source of every. They lack this knowledge. Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna makes faith steady required by a living entity to worship demigods. They don't feel Krishna is supreme. So they lack this knowledge that indirectly they are worshipping Krishna. No, they lack this knowledge. They think that they will also go to Goloka. No, they do not know that they will go to the demigod planets and finally they will have to come back to the material world. Okay, how is the intelligence? It is stolen by material desires. See, they have got this propensity to enjoy. So they are attracted to the Karmakand section and they don't know, they don't realize this. They realize this, but after a very long time, that the fruits are limited and temporary. So as per their modes of nature, they worship the different demigods. Okay, so this is their nature, philosophy, mentality, action. How is their nature? They follow the Karmakand section because they are attracted to material enjoyment and want quick results. Now, because of this nature, they develop an attitude. I am the enjoyer. They want to enjoy the higher planetary systems, and I am the enjoyer is false prestige. They don't know that Krishna is the enjoyer and we are to be enjoyed. Their intelligence is lost due to lusty desires. So what is their philosophy? That they believe that one who worships a demigod can reach the Supreme Lord. They accept demigod equal to Krishna. A particular demigod is supreme instead of Krishna. They say equal to, or they may say a particular demigod is supreme. Okay, all this philosophy comes because they haven't read the Bhagavad Gita. This world is meant for enjoyment. They think that this world is to enjoy. What is their goal? To follow the dharma. See, they consider some particular demigod as supreme. Therefore, they follow the dharma. When they follow the dharma, naturally money comes and that money is used to fulfill their desires. So this is how they go step by step. Okay. Now with this philosophy, what is the action? They believe that this demigod is supreme. Therefore, they will perform their prescribed duties. See, they follow dharma. They worship the demigods. They perform sacrifice because they want they want money, and money is required to fulfill their desires. And what is the result? They achieve higher planetary system and enjoy till their credit is all over, exhausted, and then they return back to the earth. Okay, now 7.24. Avyaktam vyaktimapanna manyate mama buddhaya param bhavam ajananto mama avyayam anuttamam. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna was impersonal before and now have assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So what do these people think? They think that Krishna is impersonal, he is energy. When he comes on this earth, he acquires a human form, and then again when he goes back, he is energy. So see, how is this kind of thinking that he's energy and then he acquires a form? See, these people are in complete ignorance. They do not have not read They are only speculating what Krishna is, what Krishna is not. And by mental speculation, you can never arrive at the right conclusion. So, and Krishna says that I reveal to my devotee to the degree that he surrenders. Yatha mam prapadyante. So if some of us wish to know, okay, where Krishna's temple is, he will only show us that much. If someone wants to attend Bhagavad Gita class, Krishna will make arrangements. Some of our friends will send the link, or we'll see it on some social media. If someone wants to associate with devotees and serve Krishna, Krishna will make it happen. If someone wants to take initiation, Krishna will send someone. And someone wants a bona fide spiritual master, he will find. But to the degree that we surrender, Krishna is available to us. So Krishna does not disturb the person who does not want him. He will still keep a watch. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So Krishna does not disturb the person who does not want him. He is keeping a watch. Krishna's love is unconditional. He will send reminders. Okay. And sometimes we are blind. We don't see those reminders. See, he is not disturbing these people. These are all mental speculators, thinking he's personal, impersonal. He is not disturbing them. He will, if they are ready to serve him, immediately Krishna will make the arrangement, but we should desire. I never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I'm covered by my external creative potency, Yoga Maya. And so the deluded world knows me not, who am unborn and infallible. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavrita moodoyam navijanati loko mam ajam avyayam. See, there were so many people when Krishna descended in Dwapar Yuga. There were so many people, but did everyone realize he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead? No. Only the pure devotees could understand that Krishna is Supreme. Okay. Rest all considered him to be as ordinary as themselves. They thought that Krishna was a human like them. Now, here the result of being impersonalist. They do not know that the Lord is unborn and infallible. Supreme Lord hides from the foolish and unintelligent. So how does he hide? He gets covered by his internal potency. And that is how he remains hidden. So there is a veil and we don't realize his supreme position. Okay. Oh Arjuna, as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past and that is happening in the present and all that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me, no one knows. So here in this particular shloka, Krishna is saying that he knows everything, the past, the present, the future, but no one knows him. Now just tell me, is it possible for a light to understand all this. Supposing if you have a candle in your house, will the candle light be able to understand past, present, future, or can you have any relationship with the candle light?
No,
Tell me.
Mataji. No.
So similarly, here this also tells us, Krishna is a person. See, he is saying that I can understand. I know everything, the past, the present, the future, but me, no one knows. So this is, that Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna cannot be impersonal. If he knows what is happening, then he must be a person. This is what Srila Prabhupada said. O Skian of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. Now we have to accept that we are born into delusion. Okay, and how is our mind? Our mind means there is duality. There is something I like, there is something I don't like. So this is the mind, and we have to rise above the duality if we want to go to Krishna. Okay, now who will understand Krishna, or who can serve Krishna? Is acting piously the only way to become Krishna conscious? See, this is a very detailed verse, and this is connected to Bhagavad Gita chapter 9. This is explained by Srila Rupa Goswami. There are 4 kinds of reaction to sinful activities, and we are all entangled in this. We have to be first free from all sinful reaction. We also have to become free from these this dualities. I like this, I don't like this. So after becoming free from all this, only then we can act in this we can serve Krishna. Persons who have acted piously in their previous lives and this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and freed from dualities of delusion, they engage themselves in my service with determination. So sometimes have you all seen this, a person, he is doing a lot of japa or going to the temple every day, but there's so many calamities that just spring up, and he is, in fact, you feel, oh my God, this person is worshipping Krishna from the soul of his heart, is doing his japa, but so many, one after the other, he's facing so many difficulties. Have you seen this?
Yes, Mataji.
So why that is happening? See, this is all these reactions, of the previous sinful activities are coming, and they are getting over quickly. Now this person, after a certain time of point in his life, is going to be eradicated of all these sinful reactions, and is going to serve Krishna with determination. See, sometimes this is what happens. Okay, now what happens because of dualities? We become bewildered. We get attached to the dualities in the mind, and then we cannot serve Krishna. So now, how to get rid of this delusion or Maya? Okay, so how are the living entities first of all covered by Maya? See, they will say, I like this, I don't like this. So I in Krishna consciousness means you are enjoying the lower propensity. it should not be I, it should be Krishna. Krishna desires, so I will serve him. Krishna wants this, I will give him. So when you desire to enjoy separate from Krishna, we are put under Maya, because only under Maya we can enjoy ourselves. So it is our desire to enjoy. So Krishna puts us under Maya, and then we enjoy. For example, a person is very much interested in having drinks. Now this person, Maya will put him in the mode of ignorance. When he is in the mode of ignorance, he will really enjoy. He will really enjoy his drink, or he will really enjoy his smoking. Now, if this person is put in mode of goodness, he will not even touch that bottle. Okay, so it is our desire to enjoy. So Maya will put us in one of the modes where we can enjoy our desires. So see, our desire is to enjoy separate from Krishna. I desire, I want, not what Krishna wants. So then the effects or manifestation of the illusory, you can see the effects which the duality of desire and hate. What are the symptoms of these delusion? Wants to become one with the Lord, original sinful desire of the living entity. Okay, this is separation, effects or manifestation of illusory energy, duality of desire, envies Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, see, there is envy in the mind. Okay, that is why Maya, puts us into that bewildered state. He thinks Supreme Personality of Godhead is created by material energy, manifest. Thus, you see the dualities which arise in your mind. And here, this person wants to become one with the Lord. So he feels he is equal to the Lord. He wants to become one. He will never say, and subordinate, because that enjoyment, that false prestige, that pride is so much that he can never serve anyone. Okay, now how can one get free from covering of Maya? Is you recognize that your position is subordinate, become a devotee of Krishna and recognize Krishna's supremacy. Okay. Now, what are the qualifications of a devotee to perform determined devotional service? Okay, so what are the qualifications? You all, I'm telling you, have acted piously in this life and previous life. That is why you can sit here and listen for even more than an hour to what I'm speaking. So ceasing to act according to desire and hate. So this desire and hate will vanish from your mind. The only desire will be what Krishna wants. Okay. Then you become free from the dualities of delusion. The sinful actions are completely eradicated. So this way you can go and serve Krishna. So it is step by step. So for whom is it difficult to transcend the dualities of desire and hate? Those who are sinful, atheistic, foolish, deceitful. The impersonalists, they lack the knowledge that Krishna is a person. They forget one's a position as subordinate to the Lord. That is the greatest violation of God's law. They will say, Aham Brahmasmi. How to be situated on the spiritual platform? Who can accept this process? Those who are practicing the regulative principles of religion, who have acted piously and who have conquered the sinful reactions. What is the next step? Gradually, they will meditate in the trance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the best process? Elevation is possible in Krishna consciousness in association of pure devotees. So this is very important, association of devotees. An association of pure devotees, you must always serve pure devotees. You must consider it as a privilege. And now, how can you serve Srila Prabhupada? By reading his books. See, reading his books, he wants everyone to read his books. So buy books. In a small way, you can serve Srila Prabhupada. Whenever, if you're gifting anyone, make sure you at least give one book of Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so this I think I didn't take up. For whom it is difficult to transcend the dualities of desire and hate. I said sinful impersonalists. So impersonalists forget his position as subordinate. They say Aham Brahmasmi. By being reinstated in one's constitutional position of transcendental loving service with determination is the only way to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the only way. And now the results, living entity can get liberation from bewilderment by devotional service or Krishna consciousness. Now, a devotee travels earth to recover the conditioned souls from their delusion, that is their mercy, association of great devotees, doors to liberation open. So living entity has got a chance for liberation if he comes in contact with the pure devotees. But he must make sure he does not associate with the materialistic people. He will be always in ignorance. So he will always lead a path, he will always be in darkness. Okay, now this is, I think, the last shloka. Jara marana mokshaya mam ashritya yatanti ye te brahma tat vidu kritsnam adhyatmam karma chakhilam. So intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age, death, take refuge in me in devotional services. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. So this is the way. If you want to get liberation, you have to take shelter of Krishna. Only then, I think this word is, it should be Brahmin. They are actually Brahmin, means one who knows the soul. Okay, so you have to take shelter of Krishna. Sadhibhuta adhidaivam mam sadhi yajnam cha ye vidu prayana kale pi cha mam te vidur yukta chetasa. Those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. So you all know the story of Bhishmadev. That, see, the entire secret is you do devotional service your entire life, and then Krishna from there on will protect you and make sure that you go back to him. Okay, so how to go back? How to become Krishna conscious? never be deviated from the path of understanding Krishna. Understand Krishna in transcendental association. Be with the devotees. Understand God as a governing principle of material manifestation, demigods, and even he is, you have learned in 5.29, which is known as the peace formula, that he is Bhoktaram, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, governing principle of all methods of sacrifice. So you have to understand all this and act. And then one becomes gradually convinced of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, at the time of death, he can never forget Krishna and he will go to Goloka Vrindavan. So now these terms Arjun found it very difficult. Adhibhut, Adhidaiva, Adhiyajna. So he will ask in the 8th chapter, what is the meaning of Adhibhut? So you will, in the next chapter, you will know this. So Dhrudha Vata, who is Dhrudha Vrata? One who is very determined. I told you the story of Dhruva Maharaj, like that. So conviction that simply by hearing, glorifying the Supreme Lord, all objectives will be fulfilled. This is Dhrudha Vrata. There is a very strong conviction. Many times in the Bhagavad Gita classes, people ask that I'm chanting at home, but my spouse or my children, they don't, even if I tell them, they don't listen to me. So this is the year. Our conviction first is not 100%. That is why they do not listen to us. But once you are convinced 100%, you can go and convince anyone and everyone on the earth. Just like Narad Muni, you see, he could convince Valmiki, who was such a fallen person, who was killing the people, who was robbing them, you know. So by Narad Muni could convince him, he was 100% convinced, okay, and a pure devotee. So this brings us to the end of a chapter. So we saw today that who surrender to Krishna, who do not surrender to Krishna, and how one should be free from bewilderment, and how one can go back to Krishna by obtaining knowledge of Krishna. So now, do you have any questions? Did you understand?
Yes, Mataji, you explained it very well.
So you have any questions? Okay, then should I end the class?
Yes, Mataji.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा। Can I end? My
Yes,
co-host.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
I will stop the recording. I think yesterday also same thing happened. Stop.